is whatever city that is. I'm like, you know what, worth $3,000 I ever spent.
Oh boy.
I was up in the nosebleed by halftime. Half the stadium was cleared. I had moved down to the lines, 10 rows behind the bench. And you can see Stafford coming back on that timeout, cussing at himself. I thought he was effing himself up, but somebody said he was saying, trust me, trust me. I thought he was saying, F me, F me.
No, he was saying, trust me.
Yeah, but I mean, coming to the bench, when his back was turned to the camera,
You
I thought he was
couldn't
saying
tell.
something different.
No, that's what he was saying.
Right in his face.
That's what he was saying.
But that was, you know what, they're playing Russian roulette. They gotta find another way next week, unseen before, for them to find screw themselves up. I don't know which way can it go.
It doesn't happen every week. It doesn't. This kind of thing doesn't happen every week. This thing happens at least once a year, where they come up with some new way to make it go. Okay, there it is.
Never seen that before.
Never saw this one before with the timeout. So add it to the laundry list of horrific plays in the history of Lions football.
And here's Mike. Hello, Mike.
What's up? Hi. What's wrong?
Nothing. We just can't believe we're doing this show.
Again.
Yeah.
Just believe it. You got a loser for a coach. That's all it is. No, he didn't lose. No, it's a loss. No, they tied.
It's a lost win.
Brother man, it's a loss. You know it and I know it. It's awful. It's a clown show. A total clown show. The amount of mistakes you have to make as a team, which again falls back to the coach. The amount of mistakes they had to make to blow a 24-6 lead, it's almost innumerable. And the most Lions thing ever wasn't even the timeout. It was noted smart guy, patriot guy, Danny Amendola, going brain dead and staying in bounds. Like, if he was in New England, that doesn't happen. But
Right, because they're throwing to somebody else.
That's like, well, the scary thing about it is sort of just the acknowledgement that by being in Detroit, you do that. Like, Gator said earlier,
you get lobotomized.
There's going into the game, if you had thought the guys that can be most trusted in the clutch situations, Amendola would have gone pretty high in that draft.
Why you brought him here?
Yeah, no. I mean, look, I'm gonna do it different this fall, and I've said it before. Like, I'm so tired of just giving away Mondays to these losers. I'd rather mix everything. Like, we have to talk about Michigan. We have to talk about Michigan State. So I'm gonna start with the college, go to pro, back to college, back to pro. We'll see if that works. Yeah, it didn't make the cut. Just missed out. This close, man.
Dave Nebraska being fired.
Hey, up top. They finally benched Hayward. I hate Connor Hayward. So excited Elijah Collins was good.
It's easy. He's
my least favorite Michigan State running back since Nick Hill.
Wow.
I can't stand Connor Hayward, so I'm super pumped. I've wanted this for a year.
What the one was?
You know, outside of him crashing into a police cruiser, I thought there was upside there. Come on, man, for a week we had functional offense. Didn't that feel good?
It looked awesome. They looked great. They looked unstoppable.
They really were hitting on all cylinders.
Elijah Collins looked
step. Let's see what happens against ASU. Let's not get carried away. And the Michigan thing, I am more upset about the two decisions Harbaugh made than anything else. Like finding yourself in a ball game with Army, that's not shocking by itself.
No.
Passing up the lead and then really Caldwell-esque clock management late. That's what I want to delve into.
I was surprised and wondered why. Yeah, when you got a team like Army and you can take the lead and then make them go the length of the field, I mean, they trust their kickers. They trust them both.
43-yard line, 4th and 2, had gotten stopped at 4th and 2 earlier. Punt it, pin them, timeouts, get ball, win game, good night now. And he went, nah.
And the defense, all things considered, actually didn't have a bad day.
I had no issue.
It was one of the most excruciating games I've ever watched because Army's 40 seconds between plays, and then they run the same thing.
And then explain to me, and I don't expect anyone to have the explanation because it's inexplicable. You have Tariq Black and Nico Collins, who are physical freaks against most teams you're going to play. The athletic advantage you have against Army is off the charts. How do you end up with 14 straight runs for a grand total of 27 yards to end a football game.
And you've got a giant tight end that is not going to be guarded by a giant
whoever you want in the mix. It can't look that way. It can't.
Well, this is one of those ones where I wish behind closed doors you could hear what went into the decisions, because I don't know what they're trying to do offensively.
Vodka.
But they've got 2 weeks to figure it out, because if it doesn't get better, this could get ugly. And
I'm not veering. For better or for worse, I try to stay consistent. I said 9-3 in the summer. I still say 9-3 now. I'm not going to go crazy. I don't think they're going to lose scads of games. No, I don't believe when I watch LSU Texas, they don't want any of that heat. They are nowhere near those teams. I know that much.
No, but they've got like 7 teams in the top 18 left on their schedule.
No, I know, but I'm trying not to be overtly negative Sparty guy. I still think they're the tenets of a good football team are there. Good, not great. The question is that good enough for Michigan?
Well, I'll tell you this, the defense is looking forward to playing a normal offense instead of a snap thrower.
Yeah.
Or the 2 offenses they had to prepare for.
Your D tackles better pack a lunch pail for that game.
Yep, 97-1.
I'm WWHA's Roberta Jacina here with Bank of America's Detroit Market President, Matt Elliott. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Roberta. It's great to be here.
As you know, I've been a Bank of America customer for more than 20 years. I'm on your app every day. And now when I go to the Bank of America app, one of the first things I see is a message. What would you like the power to do? Tell me about that.
You know, our mission at Bank of America is to improve financial lives. And that whole mission starts with asking that simple question. What would you like the power to do? And when we ask that question, we get a lot of interesting answers, one of which is, I'd like to be better with my money. We also hear things like, I want the power to start or run a small business, or I'd like the power to make a difference in our community. And those are the things that we want to spend our time doing so that we make our clients, our customers, and our community successful.
We don't learn about this when we go to school, and there are so many financial topics that can be either scary or intimidating to the average person that really don't have to be, do they?
They don't, and so one of the jobs that we have, in our view, is to make sure that our clients and our customers are educated around their financial options. With knowledge comes power, and so our job is to help people and provide some knowledge around what are your options in terms of saving and investing, and how can you budget your money more wisely. Some easy ways to do that are, number one, if you want to go online, you can go to bettermoneyhabits.com, which is our partnership with the Khan Academy that breaks financial topics down into easy 3 to 5 minute videos that help demystify some financial topics.
Thank you to Matt Elliott, Detroit Market President, Bank of America. Find out how Bank of America can help you at bankofamerica.com or stop by your local branch.
All money managers might seem the same, but while some give their clients cookie-cutter portfolios, Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to your goals and needs. Some only call when they have something to sell. Fisher calls regularly, so you stay informed. And while some advisors are happy to earn commissions whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. So if you're in or nearing retirement, talk with us and find out why investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments, clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
1 in 3 adults in America have pre-diabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse no moves. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Here's 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse pre-diabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
Friday, it's another Tiger Ticket Takeover, starting with Jamie and Stony 6 to 10 and continuing with Carson Anderson 10 to 2. You could win tickets every hour to see the Detroit Tigers take on the Minnesota Twins September 24th. Or guarantee your seats now at Tigers.com. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. The Radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day from the Sold by WXZ.com sports desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Hall Financial. Week 1 of the NFL season will come to a close tonight with a pair of Monday Night Football games, starting with the Texans at the Saints at 7:10. Raiders playing host to the Broncos at 10:20. Lions, meanwhile, back to work today in Allen Park, trying to put behind them their 27 all-time with the Cardinals. Turn their attention out of the Chargers, I know. Head coach Matt Patricia said despite this tie, this is a teaching moment for the team.
I think our guys played hard, they played tough. We understand that it's a mental game here. We got to be able to fulfill the entirety of it. I think we went out, we tried to execute, we tried to win, but it just wasn't good enough. 20 mistakes to overcome there, especially at the end. We can't have the turnovers, can't have penalties, and for us, we got to close out better. And that's not what we need to coach better fast. The thing sucks.
Else from the NFL, after Antonio Brown signed with the Patriots following his release from the Raiders over the weekend, his agent, Drew Rosenhaus, telling ESPN this morning AB tried to work it out with Oakland, but it clearly was not salvageable, but not for lack of effort from one man.
I think John Gruden was magnificent throughout this process. He really worked hard to try and salvage the relationship, but unfortunately, with the helmets and fines, it just didn't work out.
Turn to baseball. Tigers with the night off tonight. They'll return to work tomorrow as the opening 3-game midweek series with the Yankees. And Michigan running back Zach Charbonnet has been rewarded for his 3-touchdown game against Army over the weekend. He's the Big Ten freshman of the week.
That was a sick 2 yards of carry.
Well, 3 TDs, I guess. From the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Ryan Woolley. For more, go to 97ontheticket.com.
And away we go. Let's do this. So I told you guys before, I'm going to kind of shift how we do things because I'm done dedicating Mondays to those insufferable losers from Allen Park. And I want to begin to just do all football Mondays. Used to do Lion Mondays, College Tuesdays. Yeah, that's no more. We're doing all of it. And don't worry, I'll get to those losers at 3 o'clock. Oh, believe me, I will. Because I'm pissed. But we got to talk college. Because, man, do we got a lot to discuss. And some of it's good. Like MSU benching Connor Hayward and giving me a real running back in Elijah Collins. Some of it's bad. Lime green pants. Some of it's good, like at least if you're a Michigan fan, you won, like you didn't lose. And then there's bad. And the bad is kind of where we need to begin because I have to tell you something. Above all, getting into a tough game against Army, that's not a sin. That's not a crime. You know what's a crime? When I question your coach's mental stability with 2 decisions he's made, with his competency with 2 decisions he's made, and then the overall lie that has been speed and space and speed and stuff. It's a lie. It's a total lie. Because speed and space and speed, 14 straight handoffs for 27 yards to finish a football game against an opponent who athletically doesn't belong on the field with you, when you have 2 receivers that are 3, 4, 5 inches taller and 2/10, 3/10, 4/10 faster in the 40 over Army corners, and you don't use them? That's a lie. And the bottom line is this, and you can do whatever you want. You want to call up and play pretend? Fine, we'll have a pretend tea party. The bottom line is this, you have the most overrated coach in America. I don't give a damn what anybody says. It is year 5. I still have no idea what the backbone, what the calling card, what the fabric of what your program is. Year 5. I got no idea what it is you do. I don't know where you hang your hat. There's no nubs on the hat rack. It's just a blank board. And above all, you got a head coach in Jim Harbaugh who made 2 decisions that would have made Jim Caldwell blush. 4th and 2 at the 19. 9.5 to go. 14 all. Been a rough day at the office, but I can get the lead. I can get it up 17 to 14, and I can hold on to my ass. Nah, gonna line up because we've had so much success on the ground today. Or not. And I'm gonna play man ball. Get stuffed. Then, gonna come back. 2.5 to go. 3 to go. 4th and 2 at the 43. I can punt it. I can pin them. I can use my timeouts. I can win the game. Nah, because what? Go for it again. Get stuffed again. And hand Army the ball at the 43. And then I'm praying to God that they miss a field goal that can beat me in my own barn. I then get the ball in overtime. I get a chance to put 7 up. Can't do it. Can't do it. Speed and space. You remember how old Mikey told you all summer you hired a guy who'd never called a play before? And how old Mikey, that bastard Sparty, remember how that guy, that prickly pear, told you all summer, I'll believe that Gaddis has carte blanche when I see it? Let me ask you a question, as Ace Ventura would say. Except I'm not talking with my butt cheeks, I'm just speaking to you directly. Let me ask you a question. When you watch this team play the first 2 weeks, game 1 we could say vanilla, no problem, no issue. Sloppy, turnovers, penalties, we'll clean those up, right? Didn't want to show anything, right? Game 2, you were fighting for your life. Fighting for your life. Down 14-7. It took an Army mistake. Mind you, they're a team that never makes a mistake. It took a false start at the 1-yard line to save your ass from Coleman's. You want to tell me again you weren't going to show anything? You want to tell me again you're playing pretend? Don't want to put anything on tape? Here's an idea. Maybe you don't have any. Maybe Josh Gaddis isn't allowed to call the game he wants because he still works for Big Daddy Jim. It's the same thing we all talked about with Dave Warner and D'Antonio. There would be times where Dave Warner probably had some ideas and he wasn't allowed to use them. But when I'm watching that, I'm sorry. The running game stinks. You're not using your passing weapons. Your quarterback ain't no good. Tried to tell you that since the day you got to campus. And now the narrative's coming out, well, Shea's not healthy. Well, don't play him. I don't want to hear it. You got Dylan McCaffrey. Play the kid. And if you don't play the kid, it means he ain't no good. But I'll tell you this, after 2 weeks, you think I'm coming off a 9-3 prediction on that team? You're nuts. Did you watch LSU in Texas? You don't want none of that heat. None of it. That oven's way too hot for the pizza crust you're bringing down. You think you're on their level? You think you're on Bama's level? Please. Be the same thing as when you went to Columbus and gave up the booty. I just think Harbaugh at this point in time, to me, is the most overrated coach in the country. 5 years in, what do I got? Besides a few tobacco stains on the sweatshirt and a few stains in another place in the big games you don't win. Speed and space, my balls. 3 yards a carry, 2.6 yards a carry against Army. 14 straight running plays. Baffling decisions that make me question his mental competency. Let me ask you a question. If Mark D'Antonio made a pair of 4th down calls late in a game, same opponent, same situation, same down, same distance, same time, how do you think I'd react? Oh, you think this is bad? I would be screaming. Screaming. They're fireable decisions. And for Harbaugh to get up there and burp out the word analytics, boulder dash. There's not an analytic in the world that would suggest in a tie game in the mid-4th quarter on a day you're struggling that you don't take that lead. And there's not an analytic in the world that suggests going for it in a tie game 3 minutes to go with the better defense and timeouts against an offense that can't throw the ball. Stop. Stop. You're being dishonest. I mean, honestly, it's why people are unhappy with this guy. You were sold a lie. You were sold that you were going to have the best coach team in the country. You're not. He wasn't the best coach on that field. He got out-coached by the guy at Army and Monty. He got out-coached. Because he made 2 bad calls. Monty made 1 bad call. The decision to throw the ball down by the goal line there, it's a bad call. Run it, take the 3, go up 17-7. It's a bad call. Harbaugh had 2. 2. You want to know why I'm not opening with Michigan State? Because there ain't nothing to talk about. I'm pumped. They took a positive step forward. D'Antonio finally gave the kids a chance with Elijah Collins and Ant Williams. I need to see more of it. Because unlike Michigan fans, I'm not going to all of a sudden say Elijah Collins is the best back in the Big Ten and a September Heisman finalist. You know what we do? Back it up. Let's see you against ASU Saturday. But with Michigan, no, I think there's major problems. Major. Your coach isn't doing a good job. And I don't know who's calling the plays. And I don't know what I'm supposed to think of any of this. And frankly, you should have lost on it. Should have lost. You spin it whatever way you want. You needed some flags. You needed a fake punt. You needed Army to do what they never do, make a mistake. And then you ran around like you won the national title. And all the while, you got the highest paid coach in America making decisions that a rookie coach would be called to the carpet for. Can you imagine if Matt Patricia made those 2 4th-down calls in an NFL football game? Same down, same distance, same time, all of it. Eviscerated. Would be eviscerated. So yeah, I'll be honest with you. I think as a Michigan fan, you're getting ripped off by Harbaugh. I think it's laughable. It's totally laughable that in year 5, guess what you still have? Quarterback question. Offensive question. Who's calling the play question. Talent question. Because I'll tell you this, I watch Michigan, and then I watch Texas, and LSU, and Bama, and Oklahoma. Let me tell you something. You can dress like they dress, and you can pretend to talk the way that they talk. You don't belong at that dinner table. You look like a bunch of posers. You put Michigan on a field with Texas or a field with LSU, I hope you enjoy losing by 21 plus. Because that's what it looks like to me. And that's not what you paid for. 248-539-9797. We'll get to the losers from Allen Park at 3 o'clock. You're a Spartan who wants to talk? Let's do it. You're a Wolverine who wants to talk? We can do it. But I ain't playing pretend with you. I'm not doing it. That offense, that's an embarrassment. Your coach and those 2 decisions, that's lunacy. So talk about it, or don't. Your call. Precision Jewelers. You heard me talk about them for years because we're the best. Precision, best jeweler in the area. And whether it's a gift any time of year, that's great. A big ring, they are the engagement ring specialists. Precision's a one-stop shop. They're family-owned for 50 years. Going to treat you like family, too. Precision, the biggest selection of watches, diamond earrings, bracelets, and yes, if you're looking for an engagement ring, they are the custom specialists. East Side, Gresham, Rosewood. West Sider's huge store in Westland near the intersection of Warren and Waverly. And online, anytime, myprecisionjewelers.com. That's myprecisionjewelers.com.
Ready to get away to a place that's uniquely magical? Then enter for a chance to win a uniquely Orlando sweepstakes. Go to visitorlando.com and enter to win an Orlando vacation, including a 4-night hotel, theme park tickets, and more. Enter at visitorlando.com/trip.
Helen, she's loved every minute of her 76 years. From childhood dance recitals to summer vacations up north to building a family with her high school sweetheart, Helen has a lifetime of memories stashed away in her heart. But we know what makes it tick, what makes it flutter.
You see, in some ways, we know Helen's heart better than she does. At the Henry Ford Heart and Vascular Institute, our internationally renowned team is using 4D imaging and 3D printing to understand your heart inside and out, using prediction modeling to give you better outcomes, and pioneering new pathways of hope, like how we fixed Helen's inoperable condition without any incisions. People from all over the world come to the Henry Ford Heart and Vascular Institute searching for solutions to incurable problems. We have our fingers on the pulse of what's next, all so you don't miss a beat. Discover what we can do for you at henryford.com/3D Heart. Henry Ford Health System, all for you.
There's so many people doing amazing things here. Detroit Westie has really driven home the kind of values that I want to carry with me for the rest of my life.
Your professors actually care for you. You're not just another name on a paper.
It's easy to feel at home here. I'm a totally different person. I have to, be out there and feel me here.
It's amazing. Steve, the same people every day, but you just don't know you every day as well.
I'm so happy I made this choice. I really am.
Detroit Mercy, filled about mistakes.
Sherman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Brembo Lake with truly remarkable news. It's 1 week to deal, and it all ends Monday, September 16th. We have bonus cash on all new 2019 Jeep Wrangler Turbos. Love it. That's what I drive. Ram V8 Bighorns, and even more bonus cash on Rebel, Laramie, Limited, and Longhorn Crew Rams. Real money, real savings. It really ends Monday, September 16th, so don't wait. Plus, there are huge Ram Power Days, Dodge Power Dollars, and Jeep Adventure Days incentives. Please buy, doesn't matter. Sherman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Brembo Lake. Hurry!
Hey, you're that famous actress. You must travel so much. What's the best site for hotels? Hilton.com. No. One with crazy savings. Hilton.com. With their price match guarantee, if you find a better rate, they match it and take 25% off. No, one with lots of options. Hilton.com has 16 top hotel brands. Hampton, Hilton Garden Inn, Waldorf Astoria. Hilton.com. You should totally do their commercials. Expect better. Expect Hilton. You're good. I know, thank you.
Applicable terms and conditions at Hilton.com.
If you've bought Nike or Adidas shoes lately, I'm sorry. Sorry that you didn't just get yourself some Skechers. Because Skechers have all the performance and comfort you could ever dream of for less. Just ask Skechers elite runner Edward Cheserek, who tied the world record for the fastest 5K. Or the nurse who's comfortable on her feet all day thanks to Skechers air-cooled memory foam. Or people wearing Skechers Go Walks who feel like they're walking on clouds. They'll all say no shoes perform better and are as comfortable as Skechers. Find Skechers at a Skechers store near you or wherever stylish shoes are sold. My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish. Now I feel great. That's because I increased my fiber intake with the Metamucil 2-week challenge. And I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days. It's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
At Huntington, we're for people. The underdogs. The pioneers. We're for the players. The slow and steadies. For who they are and who they could become. We're for people.
It's Mike.
Hey, Mike, it's Barry Ryderson. How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing, Barry?
Good, dude. I'm just double checking here some of the things that we send out. Just want to make sure you know what your title is. You've signed the bylaws as secretary. Do you know what your title is, bud?
No clue.
Okay. We kind of need to know that. I see we filed paperwork as a member. That's probably not correct because this is not an LLC. It's an Inc. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's see how this one's signed. Okay, you didn't have to put a title on this one. Let me see if I can go to estate filing and pick something off. Let me see here. Are you heading up there now?
Yep. Heading that direction.
Gotcha.